You're correct.
Okay. That was not me, bro.
Okay, sorry.
I've never heard that term, but it's funny as hell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start using it now.
Yeah, but the point is having women. So women do three things for you. They calibrate you, especially if you're not used to being around other women. They get you invited to everything. You're not getting into Bulgarians parties. You're not getting into the Maxa parties unless you're bringing 30, 40, 50 girls.
Actually, my first Drake party that I got invited to was from a girl.
Was it? Yeah, there you go.
Without her, I would not have been there.
And then so also a lot of my sponsors, a lot of my clients, and a lot of the people that whenever we throw these parties, I always am introduced to them by women.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason why I say they're part of the connection. Also, I know this is a weird analogy, but foreign intelligence services, who do they use in order to get people to snitch?
Women.
They use women. Do you remember?
Honeypot,
You remember General Petraeus when he became the head of the CIA? Do you guys remember why he had to step down as the head of the CIA?
Why? He was compromised.
Because he was compromised because he was cheating on his wife with a fucking reporter, and that's what
Chinese chick, right?
I don't remember which one it was, but the point is, like, that's the reason why I know so much about so many people, because I have all these women in my life who just are telling me, dude, when dudes talk shit about me, I know in like 5 seconds, because they're always running their mouth to try to brag to women, and so that's the reason why I say, like, having this in your life is pretty beneficial.
But do you know why? Guys pillow talk with girls, think it's cool and it's all kosher. But what happens is the girl says, "Oh, now I got you, nigga," and then she talks to you. Oh, you heard what so said about you, and then before you know it, spread through the whole town.
Yeah.
So everyone knows.
You know, a good song for young men to listen to is "Mona Lisa" by Lil Wayne.
There we go.
Okay.
It talks about how she tricks this man all the way until they rob his ass, and he never saw it coming. He was heartbroken over it. Real good song. Lil Wayne, Mona Lisa. These bitches will talk, bro. They'll set you up if you want, bro.
Yeah.
If you're allies with a beautiful woman, man, she's got power. Another thing about the beautiful woman thing that I really like is it's like having an alliance with a gay guy, because you get immediate credibility. The only difference is eventually that girl, if she's friends with you, because that wall and that relationship's with there, she will probably sleep with you just down the road.
Yeah, so that's the other thing I was going to point out. Is like that eventually most of them end up with a crush on you. If you just don't hit on them and you're around 20, 30 girls every night, it's what happens is
they're curious,
because they're looking for validation from all these different places, and they're not getting it from you, and they can't figure out why. And they see that
nice to her.
Yeah, and they see your girlfriend's a 10, and they see that other girls are attracted to you. You're like, why am I not getting this attraction? And then one day it's their birthday party, and then they pull you back to their, like, it's just the story after story of this happening.
And guys, this sounds crazy, but this is actual real life. If you're out there with girls, you're in the party scene, this does happen all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I've always said it, it's basically passive income on hoes. Like, it's, if you have a bunch of money already, you can invest it and it will, you'll get a dividend, right? Same thing with women. If you have a bunch of women, what ends up happening is having all those women will give you a dividend to other chicks. It's the same exact situation. Passive bitches.
You met Masha Didak when we did the Fresh and Fit episode we did in Las Vegas. She was the Ukrainian girl sitting to my left, the tall one.
Yeah.
So she used to approve the girls that went to Bulgarians parties. There's another girl who lives here in Miami named Bianca Gezi. These were girls that Dan wasn't sleeping with, helping Dan, Bulgarian, meet other girls. And that's kind of where I got this idea from. Also, I met a bunch of club promoters, and it was the same situation. It was like, there's a terrific book on this. I don't agree with the interpretation, but I love the description. It's called Very Beautiful People. It's by a sociology professor named Ashley Mears from Boston University. And she goes undercover as a bottle rat for like 2 years. And she describes the models and bottles things. And she talks about how these club promoters use women to meet women. It is so specific, the thing that they do. And then these guys are like, they literally get to the point that they need to specifically go fuck the hottest girl to get the other girls to follow them to the club. But they're not even fucking her because they like her. They're fucking her because they're like to lead all the girls back to the club. It's a fantastic book. I'd highly recommend it. But yeah, that's the other thing I learned. And then the other thing is like kind of backwards rationalizing, like what some of the best, Dave Grutman, Jason Strauss, Noah Tepperberg, those guys who were like icons in the nightlife industry. What did they do? They got clubs full of women. That's what they understood, is that the ratio has to be a certain way in order to make the nightlife good. So there's 3 Harvard case studies on Jason Strauss right now. The guy who runs Tau Hakkasan Group. And so like just going back and reverse engineering some of that stuff is what I teach in the program. It's been very helpful.
Yeah. Dave Grootman's story is incredible too.
Incredible.
He came from a security guard to working as a bartender to owning a major club, owning multiple clubs in Miami. Incredible.
Yeah. It's a tricky situation because the men make the money, but you can't have too much of them, but the girls like lose you money almost. So it's like you got to have the perfect balance of like just enough girls so the guys stay, but at the same time not having too many guys because then the girls leave, and then it's a very tricky situation.
The answer in Miami, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles are comps. I don't have to pay for anything. Because if I have 12 girls, I don't have to pay for anything. The club already hits me up. They're like, me and Rolo will do an Access Vegas show and we'll go to Zook and they'll put us on stage right behind Dead Mouse and we don't pay for anything. They won't let us pay for anything. So that's a way to do it. Also, shout out to...
Isn't it crazy how, like, as a guy, you have to have, like, an enormous amount of status and hookups to get things that regular girls just get for
exactly.
free? Isn't that wild?
Yes.
Even me, when I pull up, I'm with 2 or 3 girls all the time.
All the time.
Not because I have to, but because it helps. Because once again, you come with girls, oh, he's bringing value.
And you see how the door guys look at you. If you guys try to walk into Mr. Jones as a normal dude and watch how they just look down at you like you're fucking stupid for even trying to get into this place, right? But if you walk up with a bunch of girls, it's a very different, inviting environment. So that's an exactly
even
a great
dress
point.
code.
Yes,
they'll let it fly if you bring girls.
Yeah.